Nets and Knicks. Sunday they played in Brooklyn. Today they're playing at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks trying to get some revenge. First quarter, check this out. Kenny Atkinson walking down the bench. Thought he was going into the game. Oh, no. The Nets head coach was walking down the bench. Quincy Acey thought he was going into the game, but Atkinson just wanted some water. Have a seat, son. Third quarter, Nets down 3. Brook Lopez, the big man, showing off his range. Game high 24. Late in the third, Nets up 6. Isaiah Whitehead, oh my goodness, what a move on Carmelo. Spinning and hitting. Nets put up 38 points in the third. They win it 121-110. I think this speaks about how bad the New York Knicks are, that for the second time in 5 days, they lose to the Brooklyn Nets. This season has gone off the rails for the Knicks.
The Nets will have the worst record. They will then have, at the very worst, the third pick in the NBA draft. It's going to go to the Celtics. As long as Danny Ainge is conscious to say, I'd like to switch picks. I agree. Kristaps Porzingis' absence, I think, also needs to be attributed to it with the bruised thigh, and that for the Knicks are very vulnerable. These are in your biggest market. These are your 2 teams in New York, and they are in the dungeon of the lesser conference that is the Eastern Conference. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. For the Nets, they don't have draft picks, and they learned in their first offseason, Prokhorov saying, I trust this process. They did the right things. They've enhanced the resources. They got R.C. Buford's protege. They got Popovich's protege. And so those are your best long-term foundation cultivating pieces. And they understand that it's going to take time. The difference is, unlike Boston and Philadelphia, they don't have picks.
That's a problem.
But the fact that with what they have, they've gotten better this year, and they still now only won 14 times. Brook Lopez is now apt at the perimeter shooting. And the Knicks just have a lot of lost pieces. I think the distractions from front office down beyond the head coach, Hornacek, I think, has handled the turmoil pretty well from Anthony to Phil Jackson. No, he has not. I don't think Dolan has helped himself either. I don't think Charles Oakley has helped them very much either, even though he's not affiliated much. That was an embarrassing black eye to the organization. It's just a wash. You have the Lakers in a rebuild where they've taken their 2 most expensive players and said, don't play.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then how are the Bulls doing? I know it's a little too early for you. And it's your team. My team, too. So
they're doing better than the Knicks and the Nets, though.
Right.
At least we can say that.
So, of course, as we always have for the last 35 years of the 3 big markets, we are always and have been and continue to be dependent on the Los Angeles Clippers to represent big markets in the NBA.
Wow.
It's a bizarre world in the NBA, and I don't think it's going to get any clearer in the next 2 or 3 years.